right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakak, double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. And this is entitled Pray for Faith. Lord willing, this be edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, the true names of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. And as always, the sit-downs, the lessons, the street speaking is for the remnant, the elect, the Israel of the Most High, to use the gospel preached. So pray for faith. You know, we're entering into some very perilous times, right? And what's going to get us through is ultimately faith. And faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And, you know, we frequently go into the prophecies. We frequently go into the different said perils that we read in the scripts, from the tribulation to famine, pestilence, chaos, the love of many waxing cold, and Esau, Edom coming down with great wrath. All right, we talk about the transition into this new financial system, which will require a implantable device in order to buy and sell. You know, we speak about all these different things and how our lives is going to drastically change, which, you know, that's going to be required in order to get to the kingdom of heaven, which is rulership of the Israelites on earth, starting with our Lord Yahweh Shai. When you read in Esdras, the 7th chapter, it speaks about going through the straight or the narrow to get to the wide. All right, so, you know, there's going to be a position of difficulty in order to get to the kingdom. You know, a lot of us have children. You know, a lot of us. Yeah, my service was a little intermittent, but like I was saying, you know, we may not be by them when the deal goes down. So what's going to be comforting to us is the word. All right, whatever measurement of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that the Lord has enabled us to have in our walk, that's what's going to be our comfort in the times to come. You know, Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be thy stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So during these times, the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding, you know, the various things that we've learned in this truth is going to keep us stable. All right. And by us keeping the word, we're also keeping the faith, because it takes faith to believe in the things that's written. All right, in Psalm 34:6, it says, this poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and delivered him out of all his troubles. You know, having that precept, that comfort, and believing in it will enable that faith. And that's what Yahweh Shai is looking for when he come upon the earth. All right, and also Psalm 34:7, angels encamp round about them that fear him and delivereth them. So, you know, the elect will have a hedge of protection about them. Now, the scripts do speak about getting tried as gold is being tried and being refined as silver is refined. So there is going to be things that we will encounter in this truth that will, you know, shake you up. But if we are of the elect, you know, we're going to get through all the trouble. Ecclesiastes 33 says, no evil shall happen unto him that feareth the Lord, but even in temptation, even again, the Lord will deliver him. So, you know, you will experience trials and tribulations, you know, shortcomings and things of that sort. But what's found in the scripts, the comforter in this testimony, is that those that believe in Yahweh Shai, they will get delivered. You know, you got to believe that. You have to have faith in that. All right. You know, we speak about famine, which a famine is a lack of bread and water. So it'll come a time in the very near future where the sown places will become suddenly unsown. So the grocery stores, the convenience stores, and all these different avenues that we go down to get, you know, food and resources, they won't be able to be, you won't be able to get things, you know. But going back to the faith, which faith cometh by hearing of the word. When you read Isaiah 65, it says, my servant shall eat, my servant shall drink. So you got to have faith in that. You know, while everybody is You know, searching for answers during the time of Jacob's trouble while everybody is losing their damn mind, while everybody is robbing, looting, and killing and trying to find, you know, pieces of bread to eat. The men of the Lord is prophesied that they will have food, they will drink. So, you know, these are the times now where you want to be praying for faith. You want to be praying to get built up more and more and more in this wisdom. You understand? Because the Lord has given us a opportunity to please him. All right. When you read Romans the 12th chapter, it says, I beseech you, brethren, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, which is the acceptable will of the Lord, roughly paraphrasing. So, you know, the Lord is, you know, giving us what to do to, you know, satisfy him. And that's going out on the highways and the byways, doing your weekly, you know, lessons, reading, studying, being charitable, being a brother. You know, if you got weekly conference calls with the bros, or, you know, weekly link ups, you know, all that, what you're doing is you're storing treasures up in heaven. So when the sad perils come to pass, you'll be able to withdraw from that spiritual bank account and get deliverance, man. Because that's what you're gonna want. You know, we all desiring to have is deliverance. Because this time, Jacob's trouble is a time that have not been on the face of the earth. You know, out of all the things that happened in history, from the transatlantic slave trade to the Indian slave trade to Christopher Columbus coming over here, slavery, and all these different events that we know that happened in history, this time is going to be worse than that. You know, you're not going to be able to hop in your car and go here and there. In Revelation 13, it says that no man might buy or sell. So you're not going to. So, oh shit. So, also, Isaiah 10 and 20. The remnant shall return unto the Lord, and shall not stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai in truth. So it's prophesied that we're going to have to detach from this system. You know, we're going to have to be off the grid. And you have examples of men of the Lord experiencing that. All right. You know, David, you know, when David was getting you know, reproached by his son, he had to go off the grid. The Maccabees brothers, they had to go off the grid. Hey, even when we exit out of Egypt and went into the wilderness, we were off the grid, and the Lord gave us manna from heaven. The Lord led us in the wilderness those 40 years and showed us great signs and wonders and things of that sort. You know, so you got to make sure, you know, that you are reading those accounts. Like it's saying in Romans, 13? You got to be reading the fathers had and see how they prayed through them and see how they were able to get out of those perilous situations that they were in. Look at Moses. You know, Moses, he had to go off the grid. You know, he grew up in that Egypt lifestyle, but when he saw the reproach of his people, you know, he forsook all that Egyptian lifestyle. And when he was, you know, when he got to 40, after he killed one of those Egyptians, he had to flee. He had to go off the grid. And the Lord, you know, made a way for him. He went in the land of Midian, and he met Jethro. You know, Jethro, you know, gave him a wife, which it was all through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. But you know, Moses, he had to take a chance. You know, so you know, I say that to say, you know, all the men of the Lord have experienced some type of detachment from their normal, everyday, you know, lifestyle. You look at Elijah. There was famine for 3.5 years, so on and so forth. So you got to be praying for that type of faith, all right? Because that's what the Lord Yahushua will be looking for. So I'm not going to draw this out. Just a quick lesson. Pray for faith, Lord willing. This was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone and Tarsus True. Shalom, Akim, stay strong.